Sometimes yesterday can seem a million years away, and I'll forget exactly what to say when asked about my past. Time is my enemy.
Hello, it's Rick Phelps. I don't know why I say that. If you don't know who it is by now, well, you should. Anyway, I want to tell you today my ritual here before I do these videos. I have to shut the phones off. I got to remember to do that. I have to shut my cell phone off. I have to turn the scanner down. I have to feed Joey, or he'll just carry on while I'm trying to do these. And like I said, they're unscripted, obviously. And then I got to try to remember what day it is, look at the calendar and stuff. So we're going to change things up. I'm no longer am I going to tell you what day it is, because most of the time I'm wrong anyway, and I don't care about that. So it doesn't matter what day it is. I'm tired of asking, looking, and stuff like that, so we're not going to do that anymore. Last night, I do these videos to explain what goes on with me. That was the beginning of them, and I want to keep doing that. So last night, yesterday was not too bad a day. Well, yes it was. It wasn't a good day. I don't remember much about anything, but I know it wasn't a good day because last night was a terrible night. It got really worse in the evening about, I don't know, I'm going to say 8, but it could have been 10, could have been 7, I don't know. But I just hope it isn't sundowners starting, you know, problems people have when during the evening hours for 2 or 3 hours, you know, they whatever problems you have memory-wise intensifies and you become agitated and nervous. And man, I was wound for sound. I don't know why, but it's a disease. It's always the disease. So, and I wanted to mention, I've probably talked about this before, but I'm at the stage of this game that I'm gonna, I do these videos, I'm probably gonna repeat myself a lot, but that doesn't matter because we got new members, and well, it doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. I can't help it. So I wanted to talk about choices. I know a lot of people have asked me about that before, and decisions, and I stay away from both of them. They both are just so, they drive me crazy. They don't do anything but upset me and stress and aggravation and stuff. I hate making choices. I don't know. I've heard people say that before, but I know I do. I just hate it. Don't give me a choice. Just like this morning, just 5 minutes ago or 10, Phyllis said, I ordered us some stuff through Schwann's, and I'm like, good. She said, well, I didn't ask you what you wanted because I knew you wouldn't want to make any choice. I said, well, you're right. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even want to think about Schwann's and what they have and all that stuff. And I mean, it's an aggravation for me to go to a restaurant and sit down and look at the menu. I get a cheeseburger every time. I don't care. I mean, unless we're at a steak place, and I'll get a T-bone or a porterhouse or something. But I mean, it starts right away. You walk into a restaurant, you know, do you want a booth? Do you want a table? Oh, Jesus. And then they say, do you want water or you don't want water? And, you know, it's just everything in a restaurant. You got to make choices. I just hate it. Then another thing that's getting absolutely terrible for me, and I hate this more than anything, is being around people, you know. It's the socialization of being around others. My sister's mad at me now because our fair here in Ohio, our county fair starts, I don't know, let's say a month from now. Could be 3 weeks or a month. I don't know when it is. But anyway, it runs like everybody else's, like 5 days or 6 or something. Well, I didn't go to the county fair at all last year. And I'm not going at all this year. Well, my sister and cousins and people, they have box seats for the shows, like the entertainment and motocross and all that stuff, or truck pulls or whatever they do. And she wanted me to come out there and watch them with them and all that stuff. But that's just not going to happen. And she doesn't realize the stress that puts me under, and I'm not going to do it. I get worried about it even thinking about it. We just had a big sesquicentennial parade here, and I didn't go to that either. I don't do a lot of people well. I've got to do that. We're going to do the Hope Clinic tonight, which I don't know. That's getting harder for me all the time too. But what we do is we donate our time, and we go in there, and it's a clinic for people that are going through tough times, and we donate our time there. We take vital signs and things like that, and for people who don't have insurance, they need to see a doctor and things. So, but that's getting tougher all the time. And then I have that First Fridays this week, I think it is, to work. And once again, that's a division of Hope Clinic. We set up a booth, and we take vitals and check people's blood sugar and things like that. And all that stuff's getting harder to do all the time, so I'm going to have to make a decision there. And I hate decisions, so I don't know. And then the more I'm not around people, the more Phyllis June gets on me, and because she don't really understand. I don't understand it, so I know she doesn't, but it's just hard being around people. I mean, I used to be the most outgoing person you'd ever want to meet, but this disease, man, I get 3 or 4 people or more around me, and it's just like a nightmare because you got, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 conversations going on, and I don't know what's going on with one, let alone 2 or 3. You got kids running around, and it's just chaos, and I don't know, I just can't do it anymore, and I'm not going to put myself through it. And people that don't understand it, they don't understand this disease, well, I'm sorry, but I have to look out for myself. I just can't put myself through that stuff. And now we go to family functions, but Phyllis knows me. We've been together forever, and she knows, man. She knows when I look at her, she can tell by the look on my face, it's time to go. And I love everybody there. Hell, they're our family, but it doesn't matter who it is. I just can't stand being around a bunch of people, and that's the way this disease does to you. I've noticed that more and more. So it's probably going, well, and it's going to get worse, so people better get used to it. I don't know what to tell them. I'm not a hermit, I go outside and I do things, but I'd much rather do them by myself. That's why I like that camper up there. I can get away and just be there. And I don't mind people stopping by up there and seeing us and visiting with us. That's fine, but when we get, gee whiz, 8 or 10 people up there and 3 or 4 kids, it's tough, man. It's hard. And it's hard for me to even talk about it and explain it, because it makes me feel that others think that I'm antisocial, or I don't like kids anymore, or don't like certain people, and that's not it at all. I dearly love kids, our grandkids and nieces and all that stuff, and their friends, I love every one of them. But it's just the stress that it puts me under to be around 3 or 4 of them at a time. It's just, I don't know. So I got to look out for myself, and people just have to understand that. Most people do, so. Here's a good one. We got a wedding to go to Sunday. It's in Cleveland. 300 or more guests. I can't wait for that. I think I might sit out in the parking lot. And then we have a reception, of course, afterwards. Our niece is getting married at a big wedding, and then reception afterwards. And there'll be dancing, and there's going to be a meal, a sit-down meal, and then, well, it'll be happy hour and then a sit-down meal, and then your dancing and stuff, be alcohol and stuff. And I found that I've been staying away from alcohol the last 6 months or so. I've had a few beers, but not very many, not over 3 or 4 at a setting, and that's been very few and far between. I found out that I have enough time trying to figure out what's going on sober, let alone drunk. So Um, I did find out. I've been thinking about this, and if you want to try to realize what memory deficit is, or what some patients go through, like me or other ones, your loved ones, and if you are a drinker, just try to think back the last time you was blasted. You know, can't remember anything. You don't know where you are. You do stupid stuff. You're confused. Well, that's that's pretty much every day for me and others. The only difference is I don't have a hangover the next day. So everything's got its pluses. So I don't drink much anymore. I always enjoyed going out and having a few beers with the guys and stuff. But once again, we're around a bunch of people. Even the local bar that we go to, it's a private club, and I know everybody. I've been going in there for 30 years or longer, but it's just, conversations and people yap, 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 yap. I just can't do it. So I go in there as much as I can, and I dearly think the world of everybody goes in there. They're all good people, and they're good friends of mine that run the place. They've been friends of ours for years, so I still partake in that occasionally, but it's only about once every month or so, and then 3 or 4 beers or something like that. Used to do way more than that, so I cut way back on that. So, all right, I'm rambling, and I got a habit of looking over to the calendar. I don't know. I can't really. I suppose I don't care. No matter what day it is, does it? It doesn't matter at all. People watch these videos, say it's Wednesday or Thursday, and they may not watch it till Sunday. So I don't even know why I started saying what day and dates they are, because it doesn't really matter. So we're going to do away with that. So, like I said, I've got enough things to do just to get ready to do them, and it's a ritual I go through, and I have to write it down to make sure everything gets done. I've left the phones on a couple times, and it is what it is. All right, I'm rambling. Like I said, I'm going to go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.